Hello, this is Gerald Johan van Waas and the educational channel that is in support of the theory Sound in Form, also released as a theoretical study in the development of the word, and some extras are also available at the application of the word. It's also in one thick volume as Sound in Form. It is about, this whole theory is about letter combinations, that you can recognize them, that they are related with a system which has its own natural order and which can be recognized and learned. The funny thing and the fun thing about it is that you can also see it not just as points in space and time that have a specific direction and a reference point, and I have ways to combine them and to change these directions and so on. It's also a formation process. The formation process is in nature, but we also use it undeliberately to describe actually the words themselves, and you can when you know the method, you can recognize the letter combinations, how they are formed, how they are a formation. In most of the videos I was around the same kind of letters, so that is easy of course, but there are also letters that are need a different approach, and I never did many examples with that. So just here a very short example. I will show you the difference between hand and HOND or dog as a sound-informed demonstration of these two words. And they work slightly different, but I will make a simplification just as a teaser to do it a bit more thoroughly. So this is just quickly done just to give you an idea how you should combine these kind of letters. The H is actually about spatial references. So you have the spatial references in a big frame, and there's all the spatial references and interactions, they matter. So it's not just one space, it's the spaces that make up the different spaces of the different elements are important, and they play a role to put all the elements together. So I have here the hand, you have the spatial references. Inside is of course the A, or the framed center, which is inside because of the N. So I have this inside frame. The next frame of the space will be the smaller parts, of course, because of the N, and because of the T I have an extra frame. Also, that there is just one reference point, or just one point is good enough. So these are just very quick variations of the same thing, which goes inwardly because of the, inwardly from the space H to N, more inside, and take out the element. So from H to A to N to T, and this is basically very quickly done. The frame of hand, the hand with the T. We could of course use the D or the pressure point there as well, but that's not what I'm going to do now. I do it very superficially. This is hand, it's recognizable hand, the H is recognizable, the A is recognizable, the N and the T, TN somewhere in between H and T is still recognizable. It's very superficial, very quickly done, but it's there. And I just wanted to show you the difference. If I use the A or the O, it will make a different frame. The frames of the spaces of H, just take the same spaces here as well, but combine them with the O. Then we already have a different idea. So the O is also spatial. It's also a spatial frame. It's the space in between. So we have to go inwardly, and because of the inwardly movement, we will have to add an element in between. So the N in between the spatial frame will land in a different space. It will land in a different space because the O is having a distance with an environment. So I can't put it in the middle like with an A. I have to put it slightly off center. I have no options, and then the N has to be filled in. Instead of the A that it is centered, the ON is not in the center. So the ON of HOND is off center. And if I use the same frames there, or just a few of these same frames there, and I use the O of the environment and put the N to the different elements that can be connecting the dots together, I have the frame that fits with HOND or DOG. Simply because I have off-center things, because I have to make a distance with space because of the O, and then come to the N. It's very different from the A. Immediately have different kind of forms. You can play with it. There's a lot more theory about it to do it more detailed. But once you start to play with it, you have all kinds of variations that you can make the word HOND or DOG with it, with variations of spaces, variations of parts of the DOG together, and you have you can create a couple of variations with it, but it will all fit with HOND or the DOG. Strangely enough, but that's how it works. I hope you more or less understand. It's about building up spaces. More details will come later. This was just a teaser to just show you how much HAND and HOND can make already a difference. Simply by using different reference points into the frame, I get completely different forms and orientations. Anyhow, this was Gerald Johan van Waas. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want more demonstrations. More soon. Thanks, bye.